Okay, let's talk through all these golf events that you have coming up.
Gabby, I'm glad you asked. Got my calendar right here. July 17th at Red Run, and then July 31st, I have the American Golf Outing for the Cancer Society.
I also have the American Cancer Society golf outing on the 31st, and also I got yours on the 18th, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Whoa, boys, these are a lot of events and golf outings.
Well, you want me to miss my own golf tournament?
Gabby, they're all great colors.
I mean, this is...
Hold on. I got this. Guys, I got this. Don't worry about it. Hold on a second.
He always...
Hey guys, thanks for coming so fast. How are ya?
Remember you guys are Randy Wise, right? Sir. The Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
Watch for the eye.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports. And some, well, not so much. Brought to you in part by Premier Security Solutions, Fairway Packing Company, and Swiss Insurance. Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave that 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JD Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Axter, and you know where the head is, baby. We got a lot to talk about today. Some stuff out of the Lions camp. Who the heavies, baby. You know, we like the heavies, and we are the heavies.
Let's go.
But we got a lot to talk about. Stuff out of the Lions camp, different coordinators, people talking about different things, talking about violence.
I can't wait to hear that.
I like hearing some violence. We've got a lot to talk about. Offensive tackle rankings. Where do the Lions stand with their pair of tackles? And you want to do an end of the year award draft.
Yeah.
I think could be pretty fun.
I'm excited.
And we have Pistons stuff. So
Yeah.
some stuff to talk about.
Some juicy stuff, actually, too. Not the same old shit. Some juicy shit.
Dom Rivera, 88 in the Woodward Sports chat, says, our boy Spencer out here taking names and saving lives.
Yeah, what happened?
It's true. Okay, so I was at Riverbends Park yesterday.
Shout out.
And there's area, of the river where you can jump off from trees into the river. And it's fun. I jumped off a couple trees, landed in the river. And, it's Memorial Day. People are liquored up, having a good time. And one of these guys climbed way too high in the tree. Because there's ones that, is leaning over the water. And you can, just walk up the tree. And it's a little sketchy because it gets slippery when people start doing it. So I fell off of it once because I slipped trying to climb up. But I was fine. And there's other areas where there's, ladders on the back of the trees. And this dude climbed up the ladder, and he was fucking up there. I'm high as fuck. Probably 100 feet off the ground.
Oh, my.
And,
How'd you
I didn't even see him doing it, see him up there or anything like that. I was just like, I'm going to go dive in the river. I'm going to go jump in the river. I'm pretty hot. I've been chilling in the sun. I'm going to go jump in the river, cool off. And as I, go to the top of, or the edge of the river to jump in, I hear him fall. He fucking hits the water like a ton of bricks. It was loud as fuck. It sounded like a gunshot. And he's knocked out in the water, floating on his stomach, face down. And so, I dive in, one of his boys dives in, and we, pull him out. He's unconscious, and we're, pulling him out of the river.
And kissed him.
Flip him over, flip him over. He coughs up the water and wakes up, but, EMS came and got him out of there. But, he was fine. He probably just had, a concussion, maybe. Probably. Because, bro, he hit the water hard. It was loud.
Like a kablunk? Or
like a
douche.
Boom! It literally sounded like somebody let off a 40. And
he belly smacked his face.
No, I think he hit his face. He landed on his face.
Oh.
Because he was knocked the fuck out.
They say when you fall from that far, or even you ever slap the water like that.
It's surface tension.
Yeah.
It's like hitting concrete.
Yeah.
So, but he was good. They took him off. The EMS came and took him, and that shit was wild though. I was I just didn't even think twice to override it and try to grab him. It was initial reaction, but
it's it's cool. I swam in high school.
I used to be a lifeguard. I can handle it. But
you were a lifeguard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It was shit was wild though.
Without knowing your background, if I saw you as a lifeguard, that shit would be kind of wild.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of it out of context. You as a lifeguard, but like, there's no way. The Harry Baywatch.
Yeah,
chest
Harry
and all that
Baywatch.
shit.
Heavy Baywatch heavies. But yeah, it's that
Damn.
shit was wild, man. It was scary.
I was what that is a scary situation.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like thinking about it like that. Like, oh
You're just
no,
trying to get
what
him
am
out.
I was like, I got to fucking help this guy. Like, he
Yeah.
was literally floating, like head under the water.
The other guy
on his
helped,
stomach, not moving.
helping you drag him out. Did they fuck it up? Did like, it fuck you up more, or like?
No, it was.
You guys were in rhythm?
Yeah, it was like I grabbed one arm, he grabbed the other arm. We lifted him up so his head was out of the water and just.
It'd be
swam
funny
to the
if you
edge.
guys dragged him the whole entire time. His head was underwater.
Yeah. No, he was good. He came to like pretty fast after we got him up on the side of the river. So
Did he remember?
no,
No.
the paramedics were asking him like, "What happened?" He's like, "I don't know." Fuck, like he was concussed for sure. I've seen my fair share of concussions, and he probably had one.
Man's got PTSD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't know how to transition from that to actually. I'll transition this. Heat sunk. The fucking Boston Celtics.
Yeah, the Celtics got sunk by the Heat for sure. It's crazy. After almost coming back from down 3-0,
Yeah.
ended up getting sent home. Tatum and Jaylen Brown kind of had bad performances. They didn't play well. They didn't shoot
Yeah.
the ball well. Caleb Martin went off. It was impressive.
Chris said the Pistons were gonna give him the bag.
I hoped not. That was my takeaway. It's
You
like,
hope not?
Yeah, no, it just screams Tyler Johnson to me all over again. You know, it screams one of those contracts. I think Caleb Martin's much better than Tyler Johnson, but the same principle of a Heat guy, undrafted, plays very well, gets a bag, rightfully so, but doesn't end up living up to that bag. I think he's best where he's at.
It does feel like every championship team has its like
Cult hero.
like then
Like
afterward.
the guy that steps up. Yeah.
Deladova got a big deal. My man
And they never live up to it.
yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna get to. I mean, I don't have that feeling they would do that. I don't think Troy's been known to do that type of stuff quite yet. Maybe it was Stan Van Gundy's Pistons. Now that would for sure happen.
Yeah, you throw the bag at him for
Yeah,
sure.
without a doubt.
You never know what kind of pressure, Weaver's under this offseason. He might be under that pressure to make a splash.
I mean, somebody's gonna give the man a bag, but
Yeah, I don't think Troy
I
would
don't
do
think it'll
that.
be the Pistons. And yeah, people in the chat are saying Bob Myers is stepping down from his job of president and GM of the
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors after his contract plays out. So see what happens there. People are
Yeah,
saying
he's
the
definitely
Pistons
coming
should
back
get him.
to some organization, in some form or
Yeah,
fashion. Like,
for sure.
Don't get it.
He's a Hall of
twisted.
Famer. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna get a job if he wants a job.
This very may well be, which I can't say for sure, but like a lot of times I feel like there's like smart guys in these situations that step down before like the crumbling of a situation. Like a team that was once great, they'll step away. Pat Riley did it once before with the Lakers, and then he went back to the Heat, stepped down, obviously became but he's going to come back in some form or fashion. I don't know if it'll be to the Warriors. So like everyone tried to dismiss it to the Pistons. I'm not saying it's gonna happen to the Pistons, but like I was going to be too quick to dismiss like him stepping away and just being gone forever. That's never how these things work out. You saw Phil Jackson come back and forth many times. Like it's going to be the same situation. He's going to be smart, calculated, play into another situation where he's going to have multiple draft picks or just a good one where he can still keep his rep. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. What do you say, Chris?
There's a lot of rumors of him going to LA and that being a done deal, but I find it hard to believe that you want to inherit the Lakers now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like again, like Easy said, you're going to want to pick and choose your spots, and you're going to want to go to a situation where it's extremely beneficial for you, and you have total control over what you do. So he'll get that job wherever it is, but he definitely earned it. I mean, dude's a Hall of Fame GM. I told Maz, I said, look, I like Troy, but I'd drive Troy to the airport right now if I could get Bob Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, you know who's like brokering power moves too as soon as they enter the NBA? Matt Ishbia.
Facts.
And the Phoenix Suns. Like
Yeah.
maybe not this year, maybe so his contract's done with, right? Or he's like retiring.
He's at the end of his contract. He's stepping down. He's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not this year.
But I think it's this year. I think
No, it is.
His contract is ending.
Yeah, it is this year, and he's just kind
going
of
to
like
Phoenix.
just not re-signing.
He's going to Phoenix?
He's
you
going to
think?
Phoenix. Come on. Matt ain't playing around. He's got an open door to pick his own coach, all that stuff. No?
He's got KD again.
I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Phoenix. I'm not saying for sure he's going to Phoenix, but
Yeah.
like Matt's making moves, bro.
If he goes to the Lakers, so
Big-ish.
Steph to the Lakers for sure.
Whoa. I don't think he's going to Lakers though. You think so?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. We'll
think-
see where he ends up. Like I said, he is going
Yeah.
to be able to pick his spot.
Lakers are one of those teams. It's so annoying. It's like the same with the Dallas Cowboys in NFL. Like no matter what's going on, they're always gonna be a buzz
just
name.
throw their name in.
Yeah. Like Lakers. Like
Yeah.
just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Just because it gets the most clicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, although I was saying the same shit when they talking about LeBron going. I'm like, there's no way he's going to LA. They fucking suck. Blah blah blah. And then went to LA. I was like, I've never in a million years thought that was happening. Mm-hmm. I was really disappointed in LeBron. We still got to ring.
You
out
wanted
of it,
to
I
stay?
guess.
You wanted him to stay in Cleveland?
Yeah, stay in Cleveland or just not the fucking Lakers. I mean, at that point. And I hate when he goes somewhere he just disbands like the young pieces. Like,
Yeah.
if you would have kept Brandon Ingram, like that's fire, bro.
Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle,
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball, but Lonzo might never play again.
Yeah, it's not ideal situation
No,
right
I
there.
feel bad for the guy.
I do too. I felt like he was finally coming to his own. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was balling.
yeah. I mean, look at the Chicago
pun
Bulls
intended.
well, from last year to this year. Like the key piece that was missing, the key ingredient was Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
All right, outside of that though, just for the boys, for the true heavies, keeping it that way. We have. Did she win Miss America?
Miss Michigan?
Or
I don't know.
she's
You put this in
participate.
there. I'm not sure.
This is, if I'm not mistaken, Aria Hutchinson, Aiden Hutchinson's sister. Can you get that one up there, Chris?
Yep.
Little fine dime brizzle, killing it. I love it. This isn't like a fashion show or anything like that, but like a flexing that you're. Oh my, some fire pictures there. But this is a flex. It's flex, the branding, all that. Cause that's like their merch line too. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
freaking. I don't know. This is dope. Sorry, I'm mesmerized.
She's a baddie for sure.
She's very, very, very beautiful.
Yeah, what's that TikTok
But, like-
name again? I'm gonna follow that right
What
now.
did you say, JB?
You said,
that
what's your TikTok name again?
I'm following that right now.
JB, you a married man. Calm down. It's nice to have the Lions branded like that too.
Yeah.
You know, baddies and Lions gear. Things are turning around for the Lions for sure. When does that shit happen?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
When does that happen? Never.
never.
I mean, we had Kendra Lust for a minute. They still do actually. Not like for a minute. She's still there.
Shout out Kendra.
Shout out to Miss Lust. But like I don't know. Thought that was lit.
You little taken aback.
What?
Taken aback. You don't know how to act.
Yeah.
She's pretty fine. Fish met her. You
Did
remember
he?
when Fish met her? Yeah, he took a picture with her.
No. When did he? What? When did that happen?
I don't know if it was at training camp or something, but last year Fish met her.
Is that on his Twitter?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to search for that one. Get it to my guy Chris. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. Spain City Life, Bob Myers stepping down. We got men to kill. Why don't you ever text me back, bro?
I did text you back.
You don't ever text me back.
About the anime thing?
Yeah.
I texted you back.
You did not text me back.
I did.
I got nothing.
I literally texted you back.
No, you didn't. If you're talking about you text me back and then I texted you back
Yeah.
and then nothing.
Well, that was my suggestion.
You gotta give me more than that. I don't. You gotta get. I said
What is?
just I'll copy and paste it to the guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not a designer. I don't know. I just said
But I know, but
a
you're
good style of anime that I like that has good animation. I said
One Piece last season so
the
vague.
newest season of One Piece.
Yeah, like, damn, you need more than that.
What else am I supposed to say?
Get in detail with it.
The animation in the last season of One Piece. Like I don't know.
Like, send them references. Like, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you didn't. No, well, I guess that one don't count. When you did the original one, how'd you do it? You send them references, right? Reference
No.
photos and shit. He just made it.
He asked me what I wanted to look like.
Did you send him a picture of us? How do you
Yeah,
know?
I
what
sent
we
him that picture.
Well, yeah,
That's,
that's what I'm saying. You got some like.
he already had the picture and he's drawing it. I don't know.
But I'm saying for like the One Piece stuff, you gotta send him like.
That's his job. That's not my job. He's the
You're the
designer.
anime guy. Like you, if you want, I just want it to look sweet.
It will look sweet.
All right, well you gotta type something up.
DNC said Fish fumbled.
What did you think of the original drawing, by the way? Or should we talk about this during commercial break?
It was like it looked like Dragon Ball Z.
Is that you want it that way? You want?
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
What's your grade on it?
I mean, it wasn't colored or anything, but
Yeah.
like a 7. Like
Because I don't know how to guide him to there. Because I don't know what. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's what I'm
it
trying
looked
to,
like a Dragon Ball Z style.
I was trying to surprise it with you because that's like your shit. But like I'm like, bro, I don't want it to be shitty.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. But I do know Guardian Alarm's got the best defense out there.
That's facts. Guardian Alarm does have the best defense. And you can have that defense working for you because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm
Day
team
and
member
night.
will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology has been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
How about that rookie? He is something else. How big is that?
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. And if you're listening on an audio platform, leave that 5-star review.
5-star.
So we told you guys we got a lot to talk about with the Lions today. And one thing, we touched on it a little bit a while ago, but now it's starting to pick up some steam. Guys like Shannon Sharp tuning in, saying that he thinks it's the best landing spot is Detroit. And that would be for one DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, the guy is still an amazing receiver in the league, even at the age of 30. He had over 700 receiving yards last year in only 9 games played, and he was doing it with backup quarterbacks. So, obviously, we know Jameson Williams is going to be missing the first 6 games of the year.
Yeah.
They have some depth in the receiving core, but bringing in a guy like DeAndre Hopkins would be beneficial to this team, to say the least. You've got the money to do it. You have the need to where you're without your top outside guy, and I just think it makes all the sense in the world to bring him in. Obviously, it's not strictly up to you as a team. It's up to DeAndre Hopkins where he wants to go because he got cut, so he can sign with any team that he chooses to. But I think the Detroit Lions should make every possible chance they can to go out and get DeAndre Hopkins. You bring him in here, you would have one of the best receiving cores in the league when Jameson Williams comes back. It boosts your offense. That is a 50-50 guy. He catches the jump balls. He can do a lot of different things, run any route in the route tree, and would just make the offense even that more dangerous.
That's where I'm at with it. Because I tuned into the Morning Woodward show, or Morning Wood show, during my morning poop at work today, and obviously Adam Jeff, shout out, and checked him from 8 to 10. We're saying no.
I don't understand it.
I don't. There's no no in this situation at all. I'm not to the point where I think you exhaust every effort to make it happen, but like my guys on my home network saying no. This is the same camp that wanted to sign Allen Robinson to a $13 million deal last offseason. Hey, this is the same guy saying no to DeAndre Hopkins, who's a fucking night and day difference of a wide receiver. There's no in terms of fit. It's an absolute fit. You like wide receivers that catch the football and get open. That's what you need. This isn't the running back position. This isn't the quarterback position. This isn't situations like running back and quarterback. The reason why I bring that up, there's only one of them allowed on the field at once, unless you're doing like 2 people out of the backfield. Obviously, people get creative, yes. But the wide receiver position, more specifically, there's multiples out there at every single play. You know what I'm saying? This is not me asking to have one singular middle linebacker or 2 safeties. Like, no, there's 3 setbacks. There's 4 wide receiver sets. I don't understand how you could possibly say no to DeAndre Hopkins in Detroit. Like, this guy's an absolute stud. You want to talk about target shares? What the fuck does that mean? Jaylen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, arguably, I guess you look at the Travis Kelce situation too, but he went to Miami, averaged more targets, and still put on a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa is a perfect example. Actually, I got numbers for Tua Tagovailoa. Shout out my guy Caleb, too. Tua, this is the 2 seasons before Tyreek Hill. 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. That's 21 games.
Yeah.
And just 13 games last year. 25 touchdowns. Right? That's a double-digit game difference. Fucking only 2 less touchdowns. Obviously, interceptions going to be less. And then 3,548 yards. Like a big step in production. You want to know why? Because you added a fucking elite wide receiver onto the field next to him. This doesn't hurt anybody. And then the people, I think it was Adam, I was bringing up the target share. Why? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, you throw the open guy. If he's open, he's open. That doesn't hurt anybody. Amon-Ra St. Brown lost many, many touchdowns last year. Got vultured in the goal line situations because of Jamal Williams. Bringing DeAndre Hopkins isn't going to set him back. He's not going to be hampered by that whatsoever. Amon-Ra St. Brown wants to win football games.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, I can only assume at this point in his career, wants to win football games. It doesn't mean he wants to go to Detroit, but Detroit's up there. Detroit's on the list now. As you said, Shannon Sharp had said it too. And then the other situation, I think Jeff was talking about he's some kind of head case. That's not the guy you want in the locker room. Name me a time DeAndre Hopkins has been known as a diva wide receiver.
Never. I've never seen that.
Never. What do we? There's no reason to say no to this.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe if he wants some $25 million a year, which obviously happening. Maybe he wants 20. But listen, modern day NFL contracts have these things called void years, where you give guy as much money as he wants, and you add those void years so you could salary cap it out from there, then on. We just did it with Michael Brockers. We did it with a couple guys. You add void years to a contract. It's a tactic for these GMs. On top of the fact that you have the second most cap space this offseason, there's no reason to say no to DeAndre Hopkins. Now, like you said, DeAndre Hopkins ultimately is the one making the choice of where he wants to go at the end of the day. And if we're being realistic about it, there are better options in terms of winning. You look at the Super Bowl champions right now; they could probably use another wide receiver.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills could use another wide receiver. But to say no to Detroit, guys, there's just no reason
for Detroit fans to say no. Does not make sense to me. You're saying no to a 5-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, a guy who in his last season where he played the entire season had 115 catches for 1,400 yards and 6 touchdowns. In 2021, he played 10 games. He went down with an injury. 42 catches for 572 yards, 8 touchdowns. In 2022, 9 games because of the suspension. 64 catches, 717 yards, and 3 touchdowns. This guy is a weapon. This guy is elite. He is still one of the best receivers in football. And if you're saying no to him because he gets suspended too. He got suspended once in his career. Oh, he gets injured too much. He had one season where he dealt with injury problems. So, think of something else. Make up something else because that's just not true. And he's a head case. He's a bad locker room guy.
Yes.
Where are you hearing that from? Where have you ever heard that from?
What are your fucking sources on that one, bud? That's never been a thing.
DeAndre Hopkins is just an elite outside receiver. That's what he's been his entire career, and he's only 30 years old. It's not like he's 35. You're not bringing in Julio Jones like the Titans did. This guy is still in the prime of his career.
Exactly.
And he is out there for the picking on a position that has a need for at least the first 6 weeks of the season. And even after that, Jameson Williams, DeAndre Hopkins, and Amon-Ra St. Brown on the field at the same time, you guys saying no to that? You'd rather have Josh Reynolds? No disrespect to Josh Reynolds.
Exactly.
But DeAndre Hopkins has been one of the best top 5 receivers in the NFL for the past 10 years.
Yes.
I don't understand it.
It's literally, all due respect again to my guys, but saying no to this literally just feels like you're making a stretch to be different. There is literally no reason to be saying no. If you're fearful of the money, I get it. That's not being talked about right now. He's a 31-year-old wide receiver. All right, if you're looking at commitment to it, I don't think he's going to get that type of contract. Again, he's 31 years old. Commitment money-wise, too. I don't know if he's going to get that type of contract. Again, he's 31 years old. I just don't see that being a situation. Again, I love my guys. We are the same camp that wanted to sign Allen Robinson a $13 million deal. No.
Yeah.
How are you saying yeah to that, and then no to DeAndre Hopkins? Which, again, production-wise too, is also tilted this way. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Again, if he's interested in coming to Detroit, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but come on. I put the phone number in the chat too because I need to hear. I don't know. I can't. I try to put myself in the opposite side of the argument to make the case to myself to understand.
You can't. There's nothing you can say to me.
Not a team.
That is this is why DeAndre Hopkins wouldn't be a good option. Like, yeah, he's a good option. He is a top 5 receiver in the NFL, and he's out there waiting for a bag. Like, you have the money, go give him a bag. You can do the same thing you did with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. 1 year, whatever the fuck he wants, have him come here, and then he's gone next year. Like, saying no to him is kind of blasphemous to me. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
No, I don't want one of the best players in the NFL at his position on my team. No, thank you. What? Why? Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want another weapon added to this offense, another piece for Jared Goff to throw the ball to? Like, I don't get it.
And this isn't a trade. Like, this isn't a swap on assets.
Hey, caller, what's your name?
This is a straight net gain for the Detroit Lions. And if you're looking at the situation, my guy Neil sits in your chair from whatever the fuck time the show is.
Dom,
11
can you
to 1.
hold on for me, man?
You look at the window,
right,
the
thanks,
championship window. That's what the type of deal is going to be on.
That's
a 1 to 2 year deal.
And that's how
if you really want to go out there and compete, grab the pieces to fucking win a Super Bowl.
If you're a team that's the favorite to win their division, if you're a team that has top 5 odds to win the NFC this upcoming season, which they do, go look at Vegas. They are by far the favorite to win their division. They have top 5 odds to win the NFC. What do? You see an elite receiver on the market and you go pay for him to come play for your team. That's why you see the teams being mentioned in this: Kansas City, Baltimore, Philadelphia. Like, teams that are looking to win a Super Bowl, teams that are looking to compete to win a Super Bowl, and no, it's easier to win a Super Bowl when you have a top 5 receiver in the NFL on your team.
What do the Philadelphia Eagles do? Acquire talent.
Yes.
Any way they can, every opportunity they can, they acquire. Shit, he might end up being a Philadelphia Eagle at the end of the day.
God, dude,
we don't
that
fucking
would
know.
Suck.
But that's what good fucking teams do.
Or a Chief. If he
that's
goes
what
to
teams.
The Chiefs, man.
I mean, look, I'm not shaking head at it because I wouldn't be surprised that they're competing for a championship. Again, if you're competing for a championship, then you add players like DeAndre Hopkins. If you want to win a fucking Super Bowl, go and make your roster better.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to make your roster better? And if, God forbid, for the Gobblers out there, but then you have also, what number is it in Hooker this year? 12 is the number you end up picking? You know, if you don't re-sign Goff, you have that guy on a rookie deal to where you can afford to be paying D-Hop the type of money he's getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And that's, again, I don't think he's getting that type of deal anyway. He's 31 years old. We do got a caller. Shout JB, Hot Mike. We listened to him. You know what? Let's get to him actually before this last break.
All right, for sure. I will send you guys Dom.
What up, Dom?
Dom, how you feeling, brother?
Hey, what's up, boys? It's been a long time. Shout out Chris. Shout out JB.
Shout
out. Real quick, I was listening to Big D, Spence. You correct me if I'm wrong. Neil was talking about possibly waiting until like July, where there's a lot of releases from teams that you might get somebody that's cut that you wouldn't expect. So the only I'm with you guys on the whole, like, everything that you guys said, but I'm also with the camp of being patient around in July. You know, at the beginning of the season, and then all those cuts happen, and we still don't see anybody out there that's worth even putting that money towards. I'm with you guys, but at the same time, I feel like we all need to just calm down and just let things happen and wait until like the actual cuts happen.
See,
Dom,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Dom, I feel you. Like, there are bigger needs on this team than a wide receiver, and there is always some surprise cuts that happen. But I can guarantee you right now, there will not be a better player cut than DeAndre Hopkins.
That's what I was saying.
He will be the best available player that you have the ability to get.
We did a top 10 wide receiver list last year because we're trying to find a way to usher St. Brown in there. And DeAndre Hopkins fell into that top 10. Right now, outside of possibly Keenan Allen, which is a lot of you guys said you didn't want him either for no reason. I don't understand with that one. But outside of Keenan Allen, who else is getting cut of the caliber of DeAndre Hopkins? And on top of that, too, you know the way these NFL contracts work, they're backloaded. So you have that $28 million. Just because you signed D-Hop doesn't mean you're paying him, you're not emptying the clip on that $28 million like that first year. You know what I'm saying? And again, we've been over the voided years situation, these new contracts too. Like, there's just no reason to say no, guys. There really isn't. But no reason to say no to Big Boy either.
Yeah. Appreciate you for calling in, Dom.
Yeah, shout out Dom.
Shout out Dom. But yeah, there's no reason to say no to Big Boy either, especially because Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try the classic breakfast items like the strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including the berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreos or hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave that 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter, and we are the Heavies, baby. So, I saw it in the chat a couple times. I don't know who said it first, but somebody said it. D-Hop has not done anything. Mr. Detroit City says, I forgot, how many Super Bowls D-Hop won? My bad. And then I saw Joey 2 times and Blade No Icewood combating this. Joey saying that if D-Hop has never done anything, neither has Calvin. If D-Hop has never done anything, neither has Randy Moss. And you want to hear what DeAndre Hopkins has done since he hasn't done anything? In 145 career games, he has 853 receptions, 11,298 yards, and 71 touchdowns. Averages 13.2 yards per reception in his career. Like, oh, he hasn't done anything. He's only been one of the best receivers in the NFL for 10 years. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean he hasn't done anything? It's solely on a receiver to win a Super Bowl. He was in fucking Houston and Arizona. What? Come on now. Like, are you serious? He hasn't done anything? You don't want to bring him in because he hasn't won a Super Bowl? That's the dumbest logic I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
And again, it goes to like the enhancement that the wide receiver position, especially in today's game, brings any caliber of quarterback. Jared Goff, 2018, when he had one of the most potent offenses in NFL history, tons of weapons, right? The Tua Tagovailoa we just saw, we discussed that with the Tyreek Hill situation. Tyreek Hill going over there, Tua looking like a totally different quarterback. I've been, again, this is probably not many people on this bandwagon with me, but the Joe Burrow situation too. Like, Joe B is nice, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like he's just as nice without Tyler Boyd, without whoever the fuck his name is, Jamar Chase. Who's the other one I'm thinking of? T. Higgins. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he's just as nice without those three players alongside with him. It doesn't work that way. Good teams have good players. There's no negative to adding another good player to your offense. Like, you want Josh Reynolds? You're telling me Josh Reynolds pound for pound is better than DeAndre Hopkins? Just sit down.
Like I said, this guy is a 5-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, 3-time All-Pro first team. He's been in the top 5 of Offensive Player of the Year voting twice. He has over 11,000 yards and 70. This is a Hall of Famer. You're saying no to a Hall of Famer at 30 years old? Like, what? Why?
There's just no reason to be saying no to this. But we may have somebody on the line that has an argument for it, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to digest this.
All right, I'm gonna send you guys Steven.
What up, though, Steve?
Steve, how you feeling, man?
I got the Steve.
Good. How you guys doing today?
What up, though, man?
Pretty good.
All right. I'm gonna try and keep this short and simple because I feel like we're getting a lot of love this year from the media and from a lot of fans, which we should. But we're very expecting the high end of our team's performance, and I'm very nervous about that because we have a low end as well. And I think adding D-Hop would not only increase our high end expectations, but it will also increase our low end expectations, and it would give us an obvious answer of if Goff is that quarterback or not. I feel like not getting D-Hop is the coach and the general manager's way of having an excuse to try and keep him later if he doesn't do what he needs to do this year. I think you do everything you need to do to make sure that if our quarterback fails, we can get rid of him. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, exactly. There's just no. Appreciate you calling in too, Steve.
Yeah,
like, there's just
appreciate you calling in, Steve.
There's no negative to it.
Yeah.
I just saw my guy BB in the Woodward Sports chat. When he doesn't perform, you blame golf like you always do.
Yeah.
Brother, D-Hop has yet to not perform.
He always performs.
He's
gonna perform.
He had, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this one. Did he have Matt Schaub as his quarterback at one point? Pretty sure he's performing then. And then Matt Schaub without DeAndre. This is another thing. Shout out to our guy, Honest Abe, who brought this up. But look at these the quarterbacks that have had DeAndre Hopkins. With DeAndre Hopkins, look great. They look damn good. They're in the playoffs, doing the damn thing. Quarterbacks without DeAndre Hopkins, looking bad. Not good. Not great. And that's the type of caliber player he is. And then somebody else says, if something wrong with money. If he's not going to take you over the top, why make the investment or something like? Oh, here it is. Big Show picks. Is he a piece that puts us over the top? If not, no need to spend the money.
Yes, he is.
He is a piece that puts you over the top.
He is 1,000 a piece that puts you over the top.
And then my other question is, okay, well, what are you doing with the money?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Are you paying Calvin with it? Okay.
Whereas Adiz 411
Adiz nuts.
says Spencer, D-Hop, or Quinnen Williams. Well, to get Quinnen Williams, you'd have to trade multiple first-round picks and sign him to a $90 million contract, which is, don't get me wrong, I love Quinnen Williams, but for DeAndre Hopkins, you can sign him to a one-year deal because he's not on a team right now, so you don't have to give up any assets to go get him. You just sign him, and he's on your team.
Yeah. And on top of that, too, like I would love to have Quinnen Williams, to be honest with you. I'd probably...
He's not going anywhere, though.
I'd slap my mother, possibly, to the Detroit Lions to acquire Quinnen Williams. I'm just putting it out there. But like you said, he's not going anywhere. I can't put too much stock into that thing and be in a situation.
DNC ENT says D-Hop greater than Williams because you don't have to give up any capital.
Yeah.
And it's
exactly
true. There is no... What shame does bring to this? There is no bad part of this deal. You sign him to a one-year deal, you give him that money, he performs, he's gone. Or you can re-sign. Same with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Was anybody mad when they signed Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to a one-year deal? He's one of the best safeties in the league. Safety wasn't really a big need for the Lions, but they went out there and they got a playmaker. This would be the same thing, going out there and getting a playmaker, not having to give up capital to get one, just signing one.
Yeah, then someone in the Woodward Sports chat says he wants $15 million. To be honest with you, I might be willing to give him $15 million. If you're looking at this window, because here's the situation too with Jared Goff. Say you don't re-sign him. Say he doesn't want to re-sign. Like, you have this window now,
yes.
Right? 2 years of Jared Goff for sure, right? So let's sign a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. Do we want to compete? Like, is the reason why the contenders are coming up for this guy? Because that's how you win football games with good players.
He's one of the best in the league. He's one of the best. And, like, the guys, the Brandon Bowlesbys and the other people that are the gobblers, you should want him more than anybody else. You don't want Goff to be throwing the ball to a top 5 receiver in the NFL? Like, what? If you love Jared Goff so much, you should want somebody out there that is better than half of the people playing the same position as him. Like, I don't understand where that logic happens. Like, no, you're going to blame Goff if he doesn't perform. Well, he gives Goff an option to have him look better because you're throwing the ball to DeAndre Hopkins instead of, again, no shade, no disrespect, Marvin Jones Jr. or Josh Reynolds. It is a huge upgrade. It would be a huge upgrade.
Yeah, it's not even like I don't know. I'm here for it. That doesn't mean he's coming here for sure. But why would you ever say no, Chris?
If I had to make the counter argument,
you motherfucker.
The counter argument would be, you look at the history and even the recent history of the NFL, and the teams that wait till the trade deadline, they get to see their team through. Injuries happen, football stuff happens, and you get a much better understanding of what your team needs to contend that year by the time of the trade deadline, as opposed to right now in the beginning of the season, where we're all making projections on what these rookies will do. That would be, in my opinion, the only kind of counter you could make is waiting till the deadline when you have.
Well, he's not
going to be there. He's not going to be there at the deadline. And waiting until the deadline, you got to give up pieces to go get a guy. Right. This guy is just there right now, a top, whatever you want. He's at the very least top 10 still in the NFL. Some would say top 5, and I wouldn't argue him on it because he's got some of the best hands I've ever seen. He catches everything. And not adding him because of a reason like that just doesn't make sense to me, man. It's like you have a shiny toy sitting there with no owner, nobody has it. It's just there, and you can go put a bid on it, and you're not going to do it because we got Josh Reynolds. Come on now, let's think. Let's have some rational thought here when you say no to a top 5 player at their position.
And then Chad Fisher in the Woodward Sports Chat. So why did he not play the last 2 games of the season when he was healthy? You want one of those guys? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Is that a characteristic of DeAndre Hopkins throughout his career? No. No. Winning a characteristic of DeAndre Hopkins throughout his career? Yeah.
And
the one bad year with Watson, and obviously last year with the shit. No,
Colt
zero
McCoy
fucking
throwing the
quarterback
ball,
coming in. Yeah.
or Trace.
Like, come on, guys.
Was it Trace McSorley or who was their quarterback at the end of the year? I think it was Trace McSorley.
It was actually a combination of both of them.
Perfect from Shalom Trap. We were acting like we forgot how dangerous that offense was with D-Hop and Will Fuller. Shop opened up that field. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I meant D-Hop opened up that field, but that's exactly what you get. And then even more room for J-Mo to play.
And there's just eyes all over him.
Yeah.
If you are an NFL team playing the Detroit Lions and they have DeAndre Hopkins, that is who you're game planning for, is we need to stop DeAndre Hopkins because he is still a fucking monster of a man and a fantastic receiver.
There's just absolutely no reason to say no. And if you're saying no, you might need some SMA.
Yeah, you definitely need some SMA if you're saying no because you got some issues you need to work through. And luckily, we got the spot for you. SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not 1, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, 1 for you, 1 for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave that 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Planty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the 1s and 2s. I am Spencer Raxter. I'm with a heavies, baby. So, we just got done talking about DeAndre Hopkins, where if you don't want DeAndre Hopkins on the Detroit Lions, you smoke crack. It's literally the only reasonable explanation for saying, no, I'm good on a Hall of Famer who's only 30 years old. Like,
how come I get in trouble for calling them crackheads?
I didn't call them crackheads. I just said they smoke crack. You can smoke crack and not be crackhead.
It says the crackhead.
Yes.
I'm not a crackhead. I just smoke crack.
I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan.
I ain't gay. I just ain't nothing gay about getting your dick sucked.
I'm not gay. I'm in relationships with women and have sex with men.
Yeah.
Ice-T ruins that man's life.
What is that one?
It's an episode of SVU.
Oh.
He says that, and Ice-T's like, I'm sorry to break this to you, buddy, but that means you're gay. He's like, but, okay. Enough of DeAndre Hopkins.
But okay, all right.
But okay.
Transition from the gay topic. Well,
let's get off of DeAndre Hopkins.
Hey yo,
and let's move on to something else.
Hell yeah.
Because the Detroit Lions have been making some noise. The Detroit Lions have some people talking about them, and we have information from Detroit Lions defensive line assistant coach about what he wants the Detroit Lions defensive line to do next year.
Violence. I want to have the most violent unit up front in all of the NFL. I want guys to know that when they turn on the tape for us, or the opposing team, it's going to be a long full-quarter ball game. And I think it starts with the guys up front on both sides of the ball, but for sure on the defensive line. We're going to be violent. We're going to strike blocks. We're going to go get after the quarterback. But, if there's one thing I want to be known for, it's being violent. That is it. That is all. I tell my guys all the time, violence, violence, violence. And there's no excuse for not playing violently.
So that was the assistant defensive line coach, Cameron Davis, talking about violence on the defensive line, talking about attacking, being angry. And we've talked about it before. We talked about why we love Ndamukong Suh so much is because you can't be nice and play defensive line.
Yep.
You got to be nasty. You got to be wanting to rip somebody's head off every single play. And that is what he's preaching to these guys, is to play with violence. And I love it because we've also seen some things change on that defensive line. Aleem McNeil came into OTAs 13% less body fat than he had last year. He's looking mean, he's looking lean, and he's going to get after that quarterback. Aiden Hutchinson, all reports are, dude's yoked up, like much bigger than he was last year. Said he got his own dietitian, he got his own chef. He said last year he didn't have a chef, so he'd just eat carry out pretty much every day. And now those guys are coming in here lean, mean, ready to go. And their defensive line coaches are preaching violence, and I love it. You got to be violent.
That's the trait of a good defense. I mean, that is the single trait of a good defense. You look at the San Francisco 49ers defense, violent, almost at every level, the linebacker level, the defensive line, and to your secondary too. I think we have that. Kirby Joseph put a man on a fucking helicopter highlight last year. And that is something that's already breathed into this defense. And yes, I hope you sign your defensive line coach that preaches the same thing to a very young defensive line unit. That is the beauty of having a great coaching staff along with a GM that's building this team from brick by brick, from the foundation of it. Mm-hmm. Is that's the main line of this team. That's what keeps them running, is that violence, that grit, all that shit. It's not the good guys, Jim Caldwell era. No. It's the nastiness from the Jim Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, from the Jim Schwartz situation that Jim Caldwell got to inherit, and then kind of formulate into like a number 2 defense in the NFL. This you love to hear it. And then you mentioned something that we could have made its own topic, is the Aleem McNeil, 13% body fat.
Yep,
that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking nuts. He's that right now.
No,
that's like his goal.
He's down 13%.
He's down 13%.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, what the fuck?
Yeah,
some Aaron Donald ass shit.
That's some fucking Ben Wallace ass shit. Ben Wallace is like 6% body fat.
You're right. I think we're kind of like somewhat dismissive too of what the flashes we've seen out of him last year too. Mm-hmm. Aleem McNeil specifically, going back to that New York game where he just completely dominated.
13 pressures.
Yeah, and I know the biggest jump for any guy is like from his rookie year to that second year, but if like the flash we saw out of him this second year is what he is going to be, which I think he may even grow from that. Just because of how this defense is being tinkered with. The 2 different systems, like back-to-back years like that. Brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Brad's nice at finding these type of guys. Aleem might end up being one of these type of guys. He's been one of the pieces. Yeah, we're asking for another defensive tackle, but that's to put next to Aleem. Aleem hasn't been a concern.
We know Aleem's locked in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love to hear that about Aleem, because it's a guy I have confidence in that you're actually going to see the production out of a change like that. That's not no nonsense article or MMA guys before every fight. It's the best I ever felt. It's the best camp I ever had. No, with Aleem, you've seen these things return in production. You know what I'm saying? Like the investment's been given back to you in the New York game. It's just the entire season last year once you got the hang of it, the new system.
Yeah. Chad Fisher put it in the Woodward Sports Chat. Bugs, Kamish, McNeil, Hutch, Houston, strong AF. It's true. Also Josh Pascal. Also Romeo Okwara. Also Julian Okwara. Like they've got a lot of guys in there that they can rotate around. A lot of big dudes that are going to be violent. And I love it, man. I love to see this. I love to hear that that's what he's preaching, because that's what you need on the defensive line. I said it once, I'll say it again. Like, you can't be nice and play defensive line. You got to be nasty, you have to be violent, and you have to want to rip the quarterback or the ball carrier's head off every single play. Because you've got dudes in front of you that are 6'5", 320 pounds that you have to move around to get to that ball carrier.
Yeah.
So you can't be going in there pussyfooting around. You need to put them in the dirt and then attack the ball carrier. And that's, like, we know that's how Aleem plays. We know Hutchinson plays with that kind of intensity. So hearing it being preached now to these guys, that makes me happy. It really does.
Yeah, I'm just reading some of the comments about Lee McNeil that he made. Just again, because the reason why he did it, like you said, he wants to become a better pass rusher, and I think that's what you want out of your defensive tackle. When you look at the secondary this team's accumulated over the offseason, yeah, you want everybody to be able to rush the passer, because even if they're not landing up the sack, you're rushing that throw into a backfield full of fucking straight demons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you saw what Kirby did in his rookie year, bro. CJ GJ leading the league last year, and he didn't even play all 17 games. Cam Sutton, we've been over this before. Let him pass breakups and interceptions combined. Like, that's fucking demons back there.
Yes.
And you get a guy like Aleem, again, who really took to the meeting they had, players-only meeting after the firing of Aubrey Pleasant, and you saw him turn around this year. That same, I don't want to call it one-track mind, but just strong-willed maybe is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
He's going to give it to you. You're going to see the returns from this thing. You're going to get it.
Aleem going to give it to you.
I'm the boogeyman. Hey, I'm coming to get you. I know JB likes that reference. JB, what do you got to say about it?
No, it's impressive to see that, they're going back to what I feel like is a kind of old school Texas high school type of mentality of just like, hey, being aggressive out here. Violence, violence, violence. Of course, you don't want to see anyone get injured, but you want to see these players play up to this level of intensity that we've been looking at them play their whole entire career. So to see them all together on one team and to have the coach sit here and say, this is what I want from you, this is what I expect of you, man, it's going to be a rough season for every team out there right now.
And then I'm reading too. I don't know what podcast or interview this is part of, but this is where a quote from Lee McNeil, and this is it's easier to accomplish goals when you're bought in.
Yes.
To like the final results. You're bought into like the reality of it becoming a thing. It's tangible. And Lee McNeil on the addition of the backfield is like, we had straight dogs back there. McNeil said, this is out of a POD article. He says, and even just talking about their game, their mentality, their attitude on the field has changed us so much as a defense, because I'm listening to CJ and Cam and them back there. High energy and just talking trash or whatever it is, it just gets me going. So not even football-wise, they get me going. But it's going to be crazy this season, especially with those guys locking people up like that.
Bro, it's facts, man. You got to, like, as much as we had high hopes for the secondary last year, like, you got some legitimate fucking dogs back there this year. Some guys that'll talk shit to you in their face. Some guys that have backed it up by proving the caliber of player they are. Veterans in this league in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Cam Sutton. And then it will just fuel the fire of the entire defense. And it starts with those guys up front. And if Aleem's already talking choppy like that about how they're driving him to be better, man, I fucking love it, dude. I'm so excited to see this defense next year, because I think some people don't really know what the Lions are working with on the defensive side of the ball.
We know. Pat was getting me excited about that shit today. It's going to happen. Aleem's going to be a beast.
Yes.
He switched on and off between the nose and the 3-tech last year. Again, last year, I don't want to hype it up as like, third year, continue to grow. But like, let's be real, he is going to continue to grow. And especially in this defense, when you look at, it was his first year in that style, in that system, playing back and forth like that. And AG already said he's going to continue to play like both those positions. Like, I think you're going to see a growth out of it. The same way guys get better in systems, you get more familiar with like the what you're switching, what you're looking for, what you've had success in. Aleem's going to have that this year in this defense, and I think it's reasonable to expect a little bit of a jump from him on top of the moments of production we saw of him last year. And then you got your defensive line coach preaching violence. Like, I feel like I could be wrong in this one. Obviously, I didn't play defensive line in the NFL, and I never know an NFL coach to tell me like what they want. But I feel like aggressiveness and point of contact, shit like that. But like this regime, violence.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man.
It's a different word.
Violence, grit. It's all that same kind of mentality of like what Dan Campbell said in his fucking introductory press conference. Biting a kneecap. Making sure if you get knocked down, you come back up and you take a chunk out of their fucking kneecap. Because you don't take that shit anymore. We're the Detroit Lions now. This means something now. Yeah. Go out there and punch him in the mouth. You got fucking Penei Sewell going toe-to-toe, face-to-face with Aaron Donald in the middle of the field. Like, this shit's not sweet over here anymore. You're not going to push around the Detroit Lions anymore. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be violent. And they're going to kick you in your teeth. And so I love it, man. That's how you play football. You can't play football and be nice. It is a car collision sport. Like, you need to be aggressive. You need to be violent, especially on the defensive line.
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and
it's
three toes.
one thing to deliver the message.
Facts.
It's how you say it. And we talk about it with Dan Campbell. Sometimes you hear him speak, you want to run through a fucking wall. AG, sometimes I hear him speak, I want to run through a fucking wall. The way that, can you play that video just one more time, Chris? The way this message is delivered, bro, it's with that same fucking intensity. It's not just the words being told you. They're being like fucking imprinted into you.
He believes it. He believes this shit. He feels this shit.
Violence. I want to have the most violent unit up front in all of the NFL. I want guys to know that when they turn on the tape for us, or the opposing team, it's going to be a long full-quarter ball game. And I think it starts with the guys up front on both sides of the ball, but for sure on the defensive line. We're going to be violent. We're going to strike blocks. We're going to go get after the quarterback. But, if there's one thing I want to be known for, it's being violent. That is it. That is all. I tell my guys all the time, violence, 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 and there's no excuse for not playing violently.
Bro, like, I don't know if do you feel the same? Fucking,
yeah, man, he means it.
I'm bought in, bro.
Like you said about Aleem, like when it's the achievable part of it is there and it's realistic and you think it's gonna pay off, you work harder, you do shit better, you speak with conviction. You buy in.
Yeah.
And he's bought in, and that's what he means. That's what he's saying. So preaching like that to his players, speaking with conviction, will only get those guys more hyped.
Man, love you guys in the Woodward Sports chat. If you haven't hit the like button already, please make sure you do. And I gotta tell you guys about not a damn thing. Listen to these commercials.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave that 5-star review. It helps the boys out more than you know. We just got done talking about violence. Lions coaching staff wanting the defense to play with violence, be aggressive. We know somebody that's not scared of violence, but he's not on the defensive line. That is Penei Sewell. We know he plays with an edge. We know he plays with some violence.
He's into edging?
And the Detroit, I forget who it was. I think it was PFF ranked
under
tackle tandems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tackle tandems in the NFL.
Top 5, right?
So the tackle tandem of the Detroit Lions is obviously Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. And here is where they stand up with the rest of the league. Yeah, this is PFF 2023 NFL rankings.
God,
Number
what are
1,
we doing with the Vikings ahead of us? Come on.
Number 1, Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata from the Eagles. Number 2, Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill from the Vikings. To be fair, man, they're pretty good. Christian Darrisaw is really good.
No.
Number 3, Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. Then you got Ronnie Staley, Morgan Moses, Tyron Smith, Terrence Steele. Wow, I'm surprised 49ers aren't up there, but Jake Matthews and Caleb Gary, blah, 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 blah. The Lions are ranked at number 3 behind only the Eagles and the Vikings for a tandem on the outside at offensive tackle. That obviously being Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. How do you feel about this ranking? And what does it mean that, like, they're getting some respect?
I mean, it'd be stupid to pretend they didn't. They weren't. I'm not... I'm pretty upset about the Vikings situation there. I don't give no. Kirk Cousins got sacked 46 times last year. Jared Goff 19. Eat my fucking ass that Darrisaw and whatever the fuck his name is better than Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. Get that? How is it even? I don't understand. I don't understand that logic of thinking. But hey, it is what it is. They've earned this level of respect. I think they deserved a little bit more than this list suggests, but it is what it is. What more can you say? They're undeniably one of the best offensive tackle tandems in the NFL. It's like saying I didn't. Going into depth on that is also like trying to go in depth on fucking why you wouldn't want to sign DeAndre Hopkins. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
It is what it is. They're fucking one of the best, hands down.
For sure.
Number 2. Fuck the Vikings.
Number 2. I'm not throwing that away.
Hate Bart Tipperdeck.
I'm not throwing it away. I think the Vikings have a very good tandem in Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. Those are two guys that are going to be very good in this league for a very long time.
Yeah, and that's a cap, but whatever.
All right. And Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata are definitely the first. Like, Lane Johnson was one of the best players in football last year. And seeing Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker right there, it makes me happy, man. It makes me happy. Because these guys are finally getting some respect. Obviously, I think Penei Sewell could fight for first team All-Pro this year.
Yeah.
If Lane Johnson, he's getting old, he dealt with some injuries last year. If he loses a step or, God forbid, misses some games because of an injury, I think Penei Sewell could slide right in that right tackle first team All-Pro spot. Because I'm telling you, like, I don't say it enough how much I fucking love this guy, Penei Sewell. He is my favorite player on the team. He is an absolute monster of a human being. We talked about playing with violence last segment. That's all he fucking knows is violence. He plays with an edge. He gets in the face of Aaron Donald. He put, in his career, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Walker, Kayvon Thibodeau, just some pretty good guys, pretty good edge rushers, right? Put him in fucking bread boxes. Like, this guy is one of the best offensive tackles in the NFL, and he's only going to be getting better. I'm so excited to see him this year. Obviously, we know now he's a receiving threat, which just adds to it. And even that, like, the reception he had, I'm joking when I say he's a receiving threat, so it makes him better. But, like, after that reception, he got down, he stands up, the Vikings defender is, like, trying to knock the ball out of him. He slapped the shit out of his helmet, bro. Slapped him hard as fuck.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny as shit.
I love that shit, man. I love big nasties being big nasties. Go out there and put somebody's face in the dirt every single play, and that is how Penei Sewell plays.
By the way, Minnesota Vikings up to 7th most sacks in the league last year, so I don't know how the fuck. This is one of those PFF nerd fucking things. You're like, advanced analytics per 2.6 seconds breathed on the west side of the Indianapolis. They had 7 fucking toes. Mm-hmm. So they ranked easily number 2 there. Like, no, get the fuck out of there. The easily the second best team.
The way that accent changed.
I don't know what accent that was, but boy, when I got to spitting off them numbers, I had to make it make sense. All right, I had to make it sound. I'm not going there. All right, I'm gonna get canceled. But I don't know much more you want me to say about this. They're easily the fucking best. We know this.
Yeah.
Second best. The only ones I put over them is the Eagles. That's about it.
You think that Penei Sewell can make a push for first team All-Pro?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people in there with a little bit more name value, so you may not see it out of there. Tristan Wirfs still getting a lot of respect around this motherfucker. He's still good.
I know he's good. But
you can't sit here and tell me that Darrisaw is fucking good and then just go.
Darrisaw is really good. Tristan Wirfs is good too. I'm not saying he's not good.
Darrishaw's overrated.
When he made the Pro Bowl over
disgusting.
Penei Sewell, he missed like 6 games or something like that last year.
Yeah, but still good.
No, he's very good. He's a very good player for sure. Tristan Wirfs is great.
Yeah, I just they got it. And if you're gonna go to war with Jared Goff, he's gonna need time in the pocket to throw. And we got that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a question: if you have a top 2 tackle like the Lions have here, I know we've talked about this several times. Penei is going to get paid, no problem. That's done. Are you paying both Decker and Penei? Like, do you want to invest that much, or are you trying to build through the draft and find Decker's eventual replacement?
This is probably Taylor Decker's last contract. Like he's
already talked about.
He's talked about retirement before. He's made a lot of money. He's been very good for the Detroit Lions. Love Taylor Decker, and I'd be surprised if he signed another contract. But you are paying Penei Sewell. You're writing Penei Sewell a blank check, and he's getting paid whatever the highest paid tackle in the NFL is going to make when it's his turn to sign a contract, because that's what he's worth, and you lock him down. That's a gold jacket. You don't let gold jackets slip by.
Apparently you do, because Deandre Hopkins.
Yeah. Unless you don't like Deandre Hopkins, then you would.
Why would you want to re-sign somebody who's going to help you win games? I mean, why would we do that, guys?
I don't even like Blade No Ice Woods is trade Decker. No, Decker's good, man. He's probably going to play out this contract and then retire. Is my thoughts. He's like you said, he's kind of joked about like retirement. Like we saw it in Hard Knocks, where he was like, I can't wait till I'm retired or something like that. Like he's been in the league for a while, man. He's dealt with some injuries. He's made a lot of money. He's been a very good player for a very long time. So I would be surprised if he signed another contract with the Lions at least. But overall, I would think that he's going to retire after this contract ends.
I'm looking up Penei Sewell's numbers on PFF versus your boy Christian Darrisaw. Darrisaw 5 sacks let up last year. Although Penei did let up one late. That was probably a little bit from his team aspect on Jared Goff kind of just being a statue back there.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Cowboys game, I know he let one up there. I know he got by
Kirk Cousins isn't that much more fleet of foot than Jared Goff. Like.
Okay, so you want how many sacks allowed by Christian Darrisaw? 5. How many are you thinking by Penei Sewell?
2.
You looked at it?
No.
That's it.
Yeah. That's my fucking boy.
Yeah, I'm looking at snaps played too. And that's with more snaps played offensively than Darrisaw as well.
And he's got a reception, and I don't think Darrisaw does.
Yeah.
So
I guess you have to look at the comps of O'Neal versus Decker at that point, but there's absolutely no reason why the Minnesota Vikings tackle tandem should be ranked number 2 in the NFL, and especially not above Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell. I got nothing for you on that one. I'd have to look at the numbers of O'Neal in that situation, but it is what it is, baby. I'm on and over it. Unless you got something on this one, Chris.
No, that was really my only question is how much do you want to invest in that? And I wasn't necessarily using Taylor Decker specifically, just the idea of we talk about the ways to build a team and how you want to relocate your salary and all of that. How much do you want to pay like
you
tier?
pay your offensive line.
You pay your offensive tackle.
You pay your offensive line, especially your offensive tackles, especially an offensive tackle the caliber of Penei Sewell. Like all good teams pay their offensive tackles that much money. You see what Trent Williams got. You see what Lane Johnson got. Like these guys get paid for a reason because they're arguably the second most important position on the field.
No.
So I am paying Penei Sewell an undisclosed amount of money when it's time for him to sign his contract. As much money as is allowed, like as much money as I possibly can to make him happy. And then for Taylor Decker, like I said, maybe you sign him to like a 1-year extension if he's trying to buy in, get him for cheap after his contract's up. But you draft a replacement for him, and then you keep the same rotation going. But Penei Sewell should be a Detroit Lion for his entire football career.
And then I guess because this list is made by PFF, one of the things I think they consider is like, obviously PFF, they have their advanced analytics and they combined every other stat and they formulate the final grade. I forgot how many penalties Penei Sewell had. There was 10 of them bad boys on there.
Mm-hmm.
But like as a raw fucking like prospect or just like purely at a fucking pound for pound tackle once the ball snapped, he's night and day the number 1 on that list.
Yeah.
Over Darrisaw, over O'Neal, and I looked up O'Neal's numbers versus Decker's to try to make sense of that one. Decker, you want to take a guess how many sacks he let up?
6.
4. You want to take a guess how many O'Neal lit up?
6 sacks combined for the Lions' offensive tackles.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
O'Neal lit up 6 alone.
Okay.
All right, more than Decker.
Yeah.
And 5 penalties himself. Again, more offensive snaps for Taylor Decker. There's just no, again, unless you're factoring the penalties with Penei Sewell had. I remember at a certain midpoint of the season, right before they got on that tear, I think in the Miami game, he had like 3 or 4 of them. It was kind of ugly. I don't know. I'm not looking at that though. I'm looking at pound for pound. Once the ball snapped, who's going to protect my quarterback the best? It's Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell.
Yeah,
night and day. Not even close. Numbers suggest the same as well. But I want to go to break early so we can do our draft, man. I'm ready to hear that draft sound, G.
And Joey 2 times says Sewell's getting top 5 money from some team if it isn't us.
Yeah.
Penei Sewell will be the highest paid offensive tackle when his contract's up.
I agree.
For sure, he should be.
He's going to reset the market.
Yeah, it's like we saw. Like I said. Trent Williams got paid. Lane Johnson got paid. Laramie Tunsil got paid. Like these guys get $25+ million a year, and that's what he deserves.
Yep, I'm 100% agreeing to that one. He's gonna reset the market. I think right now he's one of the best run blocking tackles in the game. Pass blocking, I think the only thing you could make critiques of, but even then he's good there too. I'm gonna tell you, 2 weeks ago, it was like almost 1 o'clock. I'm up. Usually guys are watching. They're on PH at that point. A little XX and X action. Not your boy. I'm watching Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell reps against Nick Bosa.
Yeah,
because I'm just fucking. I love
that
watching
shit gets
that
me
guy.
harder than Pornhub,
bro. You ain't lying. The violence in that motherfucker,
violence, bro. The guy. That's how he plays, man. He plays with the edge. I love that shit. Like, To be like, that's why I'm obviously I like defensive line more because
Mm-hmm.
you can get nasty as fuck on defensive line, punch helmets, do anything you want in high school at least. But offensive line was fun.
In high school at least.
Dude, I used to get grimy playing defensive line. But offensive line, you just get to hit somebody every play for no reason.
Yep.
That's why I fucking like it. 'Cause I just get to, you're my bitch. You're lining up against me all game, and I'm putting you in the fucking dirt at every opportunity. I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Shit was awesome.
I'm
And that's how
with
Penny Sewell plays, man. He plays aggressive. He plays with that mean streak. And I love it. I'm always here for it. And I'm here for him as a Lion for the rest of his career. Sign him to a 10-year contract. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, where you can go to get looking like Penny Sewell, nice and big. Planet Fitness, because the high school summer pass is back. So high schoolers ages 14 and 19 in the United States and Canada can work out for free all summer long until August 31st. And you can enter a chance to win a piece of $200,000 that Planet Fitness is giving away to high schools and students. All you have to do is post a TikTok video explaining your summer pass experience, tag Planet Fitness, and use a couple of hashtags. You can find more about it on the website. But if you're not a high schooler, ages 14 to 19, you can still go work out at Planet Fitness. You can sign up starting at $10.99 a month, or you can get the black card for $24.99 a month, getting use of all of the amenities. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream, and if you're listening on an audio platform, give us a 5-star review. Helps out more than you know. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter, and we are the Woodward Heavyweights. We just got done talking about Penny Sewell. What's going on there? The Lions tackle tandem of Penny Sewell and Taylor Decker being ranked top 3 in the NFL by PFF. Easy, you want to do this end of the year awards draft?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got the odds pulled up?
I got him. What award category do you want to start first?
Let's start with MVP. Start with the kit and caboodle. Yeah.
All right.
Want to do snake draft?
Yeah, I'm down.
So to go you.
Let me make sure I got. All right, cool.
Start with me. Start with you. Who should we start with?
I'm gonna let Chris pick. Give us a draft order, Chris.
Give us a draft order. Start at one of us, then it goes around, and then
start at Spencer.
Start with me.
All right.
So it'll go me, Chris, JB, you, and then second one, you, JB, Chris, me, so forth. Snake draft.
Chris, you want to play? It's gonna get pretty deep here on MVPs.
For sure. I got it.
You got it?
100%.
All right.
All right, what are the odds for MVP?
Is that a real 100%?
Let me know my odds for MVP.
Do you believe in me?
What do you mean odds? I'm not letting you know the odds. You just pick a player.
What?
Just pick a player.
Why do you get the odds? Nobody else does.
Oh, I was saying, like, bring up the odds so you have a list of guys to choose from.
Yeah, I thought you were going to
Do
name
you the best odds? All right, I'll give you the best odds. I'll give you. All right.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes probably has the best odds.
Yeah. Top 5 picks would be Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts.
All right. Give me Joe Burrow.
Okay. Hold on, dude. Can we get a draft noise? Get a little draft noise in that one. Let's get an engine.
All right, with the first pick of the 2023 NFL Awards draft for MVP, Spencer picks Joe Burrow, quarterback, Cincinnati. All right, Chris.
All right, you know where I'm going. It's a safe money, but it's the right money. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Chris, I'm gonna document these things too. Write your team down. Or Chris, you probably can't do yours, huh?
I'll write yours down, Chris.
All right, JB, you got room to write yours? You want me to write yours down?
No, I can write mine down.
All right, cool. All right, JB, you got pick number 3 in the NFL MVP award race. Who you drafting?
Give me.
Mahomes gone, Burrow gone.
Mahomes gone, Burrow's gone. I kind of want to take Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a reach. A plus 1,600 favorite. Or
All
not
right.
favorite, underdog, but.
All right.
I like it. I like it, JB.
Give me a draft noise for this one, JB. Drop it on me. In the 2023 NFL MVP race draft, Woodward heavyweight style, your boy Easy selects Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, out of Jacksonville Jaguars.
I like it. I like it.
It's a plus 1,600.
That's a good pick, though.
What do we win? Do we?
We could do like a little trophy or something.
All right, I'm down.
You one made or
Like
like
paper mache trophy or some shit.
get like a belt, a championship belt.
I'm down with that too.
That's better.
I like that.
Yeah.
A little more expensive.
All right. What's next?
Oh, I'm back to back with it.
Yeah. Offensive player of the year.
Okay. Well, no, we get roster up. Roster up. You got one guy. We can pick more.
Oh,
Pick
we're
more.
doing multiple for.
Yeah, it's MVP roster.
Oh, all MVPs.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna do each award.
No, we're doing each award. Maybe you know what? Because it's gonna spread out, right? We're filling them out as like rosters. We do a different award every day until we
Yeah.
obviously
All right.
fill them
Yeah,
out.
we can do that.
All right. Because for my pick number 2 in the snake draft, Rodgers is gone. He's got a lot to prove this year.
What are we doing? Like 3 picks each?
Yeah, I'm down. 3 or 4. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
Let
Jackson.
me go back to back. Let me get that draft drop, JB. Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens.
I like it. I
My
like
roster's
it.
looking nice. I'm just saying. He's got a, where's that? Where's Lamar? Plus 1,500.
JB, who you got?
Well, coming back around,
Taking your boy.
Yeah.
I'm taking my boy Jalen Hurts right
Oh,
here.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you are.
I fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
Damn.
Oh no, I fucked up.
I was really surprised you didn't take Jalen Hurts, but that's all right. Chris?
Lions fans, I'm taking Mr. Jared Goff.
Oh my God.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude's fucking throwing.
Come on.
All right. With the second pick, or with his second pick in the MVP draft, Spencer Raxter selects Justin Herbert, quarterback, Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay. Damn. That's a good one.
And I go back to back now.
We got Josh Allen still in it?
Oh, yeah.
No one
What the
took Josh
fuck?
Allen?
JB, drop the noise for me.
Oh, man.
With his third pick in the MVP draft, Spencer Raxter selects Josh Allen, quarterback, Buffalo.
You want to hear something crazy? And this is according to sports.
I
betting.
got Burrow, Herbert, and Allen. Like,
Yeah.
I won.
We're going to see. Chris? Who you got?
I'm so scared.
I can't believe you took Jared Goff over Justin
I
Herbert.
totally forgot about Josh
And
Allen.
Josh Allen.
I totally forgot about Josh
Fucking
Allen
idiot.
and Justin Herbert. Oof. Man.
Oof.
This is a lot of pressure here. Give me... Where am I going to go with this? I'm going to go with... Man.
Christian Darrisaw. Tackle.
Sam Darnold. No. Man. I just had it, and I totally blanked on who I was going to take.
Did we give you someone?
Yeah, give me
Tua,
like
Dak,
2 names.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson, Geno Smith,
Ooh.
Russell Wilson.
Give me
Gino.
Gino.
Wow. I like that. Plus
If
3,500.
Geno Smith wins MVP, Chris, I'll fucking buy you. I don't even know. Whatever you want, I'm gonna
Buy him a new
for you.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, I'll buy you a blazer.
Hey, it'd be wild. This shit happen. I mean, it can't happen, right?
No, there's no way.
And MVP is like definitely a quarterback award at this point, right? Like, we're
Yes.
like, okay. All
I'll
right,
be
JB.
pulling up to work with Spencer. What up, twin?
My trash is little twin. Who you got, JB? Pick number 3.
I'm gonna use this man's full government, Dakota Rain Prescott.
Ooh, JB with Dak
Somebody had to.
in the third round. Dude, all I know is I'm looking at my list compared to Chris's, and
Yeah, Chris fucked up.
I got
did.
Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, and Geno Smith.
Listen. I said easy. Send the link so I can like look at the odds myself, so I can make sure I'm not doing this. But sorry, I'm gonna come prepared tomorrow. I'm gonna smoke the next one.
Today's our first day doing this. I'm not
right,
beating
easy.
them by too bad, except for when you drafted fucking Jared Goff over Josh Allen.
You got back to back.
I got back to back.
Yep.
So okay, 4 picks.
Four picks.
Man, give me. I'm looking at odds right now too. Plus 4,500. Derek Carr.
Wow.
I think you look at him. He's got the Michael Thomas situation. He's coming back. I'm not a big believer in Michael Thomas. Never was. But if I'm wrong on that, he has that to utilize. And they also have Chris Olave, who looked really, really good in his rookie year. We all know the big jump in sophomore year. Derek Carr, I think he could be on there. And plus, it's a shit division. Did you see the video of Baker Mayfield throwing the football today?
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trash. Like, hella turnovers. Hella opportunity for Derek Carr to put up big numbers. Give me Derek Carr, pick number 3.
I don't hate it.
Now, back to back. I'm gonna do this for the fuck of it, just in case I'm like that much wrong.
You're gonna pick Justin Fields?
Justin Fields,
Oh,
baby.
my God.
Let me get
my
Justin
God.
Fields at pick number 4 at my NFL MVP draft.
Dirtball. JB, your last pick.
Last pick, I'm going to go on a long shot on this one. Give me Deshaun Watson.
I don't hate it.
Lions fans.
The groper. Chris, who you got? Number 4.
Let's ride, Russell Wilson.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant. I know you guys want me to say something stupid.
What? Oh, you got the last pick.
Yeah.
Why am I a hater, BB?
With the last
The
pick
fuck?
of the MVP draft, the Spencer Racksters select Christian McCaffrey, running back, San Francisco.
You still have other chat. If there was a non-quarterback I was gonna pick, it was gonna be
It's him or
Justin
Jettis.
I thought
Jefferson.
about him.
Yeah,
Him or Jettis. But I just think he's going to do a lot for the 49ers.
I think so too. Did I take him as a dark horse as offensive player of the year? Yeah. I'm with the shits.
Fuck it. You know what's disgusting?
What?
Sam Howell has better odds to win MVP than Christian McCaffrey.
You know what's crazy too?
Matt Ryan has better odds to win MVP. He's not even in the
retired.
fucking league.
That is crazy. You see who else is on there? Trick or Trey.
Yeah, Trey Lance.
Trey Lance at
He's got pretty good odds.
yeah, that's over Russell Wilson, Jordan Love. Okay, hold on. I'm a hater, right? I'm the guy that's not realistic. I spit pure hate. There's no fucking. I don't look at facts. I don't look at things that actually happen, exist. But Vegas also has Trey Lance, who's not even named the starter of the San Francisco 49ers right now, plus 3,500 over Jared Goff. I'm just saying.
Y'all just
They
sleeping
told
on
me
my
to take
quarterbacks. That's
Tua.
all.
I did not take Tua. Nobody has taken Tua.
I thought about taking Tua.
He's going to put up numbers.
He's dog. The game
If he can stay healthy, yeah.
Like this is coming from a Tua hater, bro. I couldn't deny it. That's why the people.
But I got my 2 favorites to actually win MVP.
Which are
Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert.
Get the Joe Burrow. Come on.
I don't know why you hate Joe Burrow.
I don't hate Joe Burrow.
You do. You think he sucks.
You're just like BB in the chat, bro. I don't hate.
I don't know why you don't like Joe Burrow.
I don't not like Joe Burrow. I just have fucking eyeballs, and I speak my opinion. That's not hating on somebody.
You just don't think he's good.
I just don't think he's the caliber that a lot of other people do.
I just think he's got those 3 receivers still. They signed,
You're right.
Orlando Brown Jr. to be his left tackle. Like Joe Burrow's gonna put up some weapons,
real quick.
put up some numbers, and so is Justin Herbert.
Before we go to break, give us the rosters real quick.
All right, so my 4 picks in the MVP draft are Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, and Christian McCaffrey. I have by far the best team. I'm just saying that right now. Chris picks.
What a
Y'all
fucking
sleeping.
idiot.
Chris has Patrick Mahomes.
Stay woke now.
Good pick. Jared Goff, who he picked over Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. Geno Smith. And Russell Wilson.
Bro, you're the
right.
second pick in the draft, bro. How did you manage that?
JB, who did you get?
So I've got Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, Dak, and Deshaun Watson.
I got Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, and Justin Fields.
All I'm saying is my odds go crazy.
No way you take yours over mine. I got a former MVP on my list. A nice little up-and-comer with an extra weapon, too. Come on, dog.
So do I.
I might actually put money on Trevor Lawrence just to see what's popping.
I think Trevor Lawrence is a good pick.
Just see what's popping.
I like that one.
He's
all
no
right, guys.
Geno Smith, but
He's no Geno Smith.
What'd he say?
He said he's no Geno Smith. Chris, yours is dead. Like, I'm sorry, Chris, but
Patrick Mahomes carry me.
Patrick Mahomes could easily carry you.
Hey, someone in the chat, give us grades in our draft.
That's what he did last year with his team.
Yeah, somebody grade our drafts.
Grade our drafts.
Everybody put who you think's gonna win, or who had the best draft.
I'd have to agree, you probably had the best draft.
Out of the MVP. I mean, I got 3 of the top, I'd say 6 contenders.
The reason why I didn't want to just do one guy, because obviously there's like more opportunity for like other guys to win. So we kind of covered the, we need some extra insurance.
Okay.
Just like, you need some insurance with my guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance. You can contact Mark easily just by emailing him at mark@swissins.com. Insure your personal, health, and business with Mark at swissins.com. So whatever ways, we'll be right back.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on the audio platform, leave us that 5-star review.
Can we do Jaylen Brown?
You want to do Jaylen Brown?
I want to do Jaylen Brown.
All right, let's do Jaylen Brown.
That's like newly introduced. That's like, I don't know.
A little spicy. So as you guys know, Boston lost. The Heat are going to the finals. Boston tried to come back, be the first team to ever come back from 3-0 in a series and win, but they did not. They were dispatched because the Heat defense was insane in Game 7, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both shot the ball pretty poorly. But they're also both coming up to contracts and both eligible for the Supermax. So if you're Boston, are you going to pay $600 million for these two guys? Or would you sign and trade one of them, more than likely being Jaylen Brown?
Here is,
sign Tatum.
Just for reference, I grabbed Jaylen Brown's Supermax extension. This is what you'd pay him.
Yeah. So
this is
$300 million. That's a lot of fucking money.
No. Hard pass.
And Jason Tatum's is even more than that.
Yeah.
His is going to be like 320 or something like that.
Yeah.
So more than likely you would pay Jason Tatum. I think they're going to pay Jason Tatum. But do you think they do a sign and trade for Jaylen Brown? And if so, would you want the Pistons to get in on that action?
Are there qualifications for that Supermax, right? Don't you have to be like an All-Pro or All-NBA?
Yeah. Which Jaylen Brown got All-NBA second team this year. That's why.
Yeah. So second team still qualifies?
Yes.
That'd be first team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even third.
I think so. I think I'm willing to take on Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown could play an ideally wing for us in a situation in which you can keep Jaden Ivey and Kate on the floor. I think Jaylen Brown's probably better with the ball out of his hands. I think he's more of like a catch and shoot type of guy, or a rim slasher, if you will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. He's also been part of a team that's consistently been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, success to actually win a championship, obviously you have yet to see that. He's still very, very young in his career. I don't think they have a true point guard in that team either, which obviously the Detroit Pistons have, like a floor general, if you will. I think Marcus Smart's like the closest thing to it for them. Pistons have that. I'd definitely want to play Jaylen Brown. Am I tripping?
No, I don't think you're tripping. Jaylen Brown has proved that he's one of the best wings. He's one of the best two-way players in the NBA. So it's not tripping to say you'd want a guy like that. But what you'd have to give up to get a Jaylen Brown, would you be willing to do that? you would more than likely have to give up Jaden Ivey and 3 first-round picks at the very least.
Stop.
Stop what?
I don't think so.
You don't? Did you see what Rudy Gobert got traded for? Did you see what DeJounte Murray got traded for?
Yeah, but it was more picks than it was like an actual player.
Yeah, and it was I'm saying 1 actual player and 3 first-round picks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it has to be Jaden Ivey. I don't think Jaden Ivey has to be the actual.
It's got to be one of your big 3. It's got to be one of those 3 of Duren, Ivey, or Cade.
I don't. Maybe Duren. I can see. Who is the piece you're willing to give up? Because you want to get Jaylen Brown too.
Yeah, it would unfortunately be Jaden Ivey. He would be the guy out, the odd man out.
Yo, what a hater, bro. Wow, dude.
And you're not willing to do that.
Such a fucking hate. Why do you hate Jaden Ivey so much?
I don't.
Why do you hate the next D-Wade?
Jaylen Brown's an all-NBA player.
Wow, dude. You sound like a fucking hater to me. No, I think so, too. Just based off fit. Now, Duren's a close second, if I'm being honest with you, but it's Ivy for me. Chris?
You guys are both dead wrong on this. I'm not trading a damn thing for Jaylen Brown.
Why?
Not a damn thing. Because you got to, just look at Boston. And it's a very good team. And it's reached its ceiling, and maybe if things aligned right, they would have won a title by now. But the truth is they haven't. And let's be real about Cade's comp. Cade's comp to me has not really been Luka. It's been Jason Tatum with ball handling.
Stop.
It's been
They're nowhere near the same caliber of playmakers.
Yes, they are.
Bro.
They're very much ISO. They're very much
so
ISO
much better
scorers that
passer
can
than
play within the flow
Jason
of the
Tatum.
offense. Don't demand the ball as much as Luka. And Cade is not as heliocentric as Luka. That's why he falls more into the Tatum class. And the problem with Boston's 2-wing duo is not the 2 wings. It's that one of your 2 best players has to be an elite ball handler to create shots in the playoffs. And we know it's not Jaylen Brown. Dude had 8 turnovers. Every single game will dribble the ball into the opponents and get a turnover. Every single game, totally unforced, guaranteed. Not saying he's not a good player, but with this new CBA coming up too, you can only afford 2 supermax guys. You can't afford 3. Those days are gone. So if I'm getting Jaylen Brown, who's a top 25 to 30 player, very damn good player, you can't have him on the supermax and Cade. Even if Cade was the best player in the NBA, that's still not going to be enough of a duo when you're going to go against duos like Booker and KD. You're just going to get outmatched. So I'm not touching Jaylen Brown. I don't like his fit on the Pistons as much. He's a damn good player, but at the end of the day, he fits better with a team like Atlanta or a team like New York that has a pure ball handling playmaker like Jalen Brunson or Trae Young.
You don't think Cade
already.
Cunningham will be as good of a playmaker as Jalen Brunson?
Right now he's not.
Well, you'd be getting a supermax.
I'll smack you so fucking bad
with
right now.
Jaylen Brown. So he'd have 5 years to develop into that. You don't think he's going to be a better playmaker than Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, but if you're making that trade,
the utmost confidence he will be in next year.
I have the utmost confidence that Cade will be in the next year or two as well. But again, you're looking at speeding up the timeline, and you're looking at the flaws. You're making this trade to speed up the timeline in Detroit. That's what you're doing. So again, it's not as far out as the Kevin Durant trade that Easy brought up last year that everybody hated. It's not that, because KD is 34, Jaylen Brown's 26. But listen to this, man.
That everybody hated.
This guy Jaylen Brown has played the 3rd most playoff games before the age of 27. He's played 105 playoff games already.
That's good.
The only 2 players.
Is that a downside?
The only 2 players that have played that much in playoffs is Tony Parker and Kobe Bryant. So my point is to Jaylen Brown is that you know what he is. I don't think this.
Yeah, he's one of the best two-way players in the NBA player. Yeah, he's second team All NBA.
And a damn good fit. Because I want to rewind a bit.
Hold on. He was second team All NBA because of injuries. Let's not act like he was really
because
second team All. Kevin Durant, all of these players missed All NBA this season.
He's going in as a guard.
There's a lot of injuries.
He's in there as a guard, if I'm not mistaken.
John Morant with the thing with him.
And real quick, I want to erase a whole point you made from the beginning. We tried to compare Jason Tatum to Cade Cunningham as they're different players. Jason Tatum is not the playmaker that Cade Cunningham is. In fact, Bro, I'll fucking pull up by the numbers.
Cade is going to be a better playmaker.
He is now. He is right now. Cade averages 6 assists with a fucking garbage ass team.
Yes,
Tatum has 4.
He's going to be better. But the point is you need an elite top tier playmaker next to Jaylen Brown if you want Jaylen Brown to be.
What do you think Cade's going to be?
I think Cade is going to be a very good playmaker. I don't think he's going to be the best in the NBA. That's what you need. Again, you're talking about a top 25 to 30 player. If you can only afford 2 of those guys on your team,
so
I'm sorry, they got to be top 12.
Right now, do you think Jaden Ivey will be better than Jaylen Brown is right now?
I don't. I don't. But I'm not.
But you're good with rolling with that rather than improving.
Yes, because and at the cost of the assets, absolutely.
The cost of the assets for sure is he's a proven All NBA guy, so it's going to cost you to get it. You don't think Jaden Ivey will get there to the level Jaylen Brown's at right now?
I think it's up in the air to me, and I can definitely be convinced of no. But again, I'm not trading a guy who could be that down the line, plus all of these picks and future assets, and tying myself financially to this Jaylen Brown contract for a guy I seen that dribbles the ball off his foot multiple times every single playoff game.
But with Cade Cunningham, that wouldn't be the scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cade would feed him in his spots. He wouldn't have to make plays off the dribble. Like, that's the number one thing. But when I introduced this topic, it said the Boston Celtics are missing a floor general. The Detroit Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
They do.
Jason, like, when you make the comparison between like Jason and Cade Cunningham, that shit drives me fucking crazy because Cade is night and day a way better floor general and playmaker than Jason Tatum is. Like, Brown would be in a totally different system. He wouldn't have to be what he is in Boston right now. And I think everything you see off a catch and shoot to slashing at the rim, like he could use those explosive abilities. And you don't have to worry about taking the ball off the dribble.
I'm not saying he wouldn't be. I'm not saying easy that he's not a better fit in Detroit. I'm just saying that these are the limitations we're seeing in Boston, and I don't think the Detroit situation is enough of an improvement to convince me that this is the move to make to win a championship. Because ultimately, like we were talking about when building with the Lions, you're talking about building a championship team. That's what I want to build. I want to build a championship team, and I don't think Jaylen Brown, who's going to get a supermax because a lot of teams are going to pay him because he's a damn good player, I don't think that he is going to be worth that. I don't think he's going to be the second best player on a championship team. And you got to think about the other part of it too. Jaylen Brown is leaving Boston. What is he leaving Boston to do? Prove that he's the man. Like, you got to factor in that too. He's going to come into a situation where unless it's somebody like Devin Booker or somebody, Kevin Durant, like Jaylen Brown's going to come in thinking, okay, I am the guy. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah,
I mean, he's gonna have that role though.
Like,
he's gonna have that role as a guy.
I'm not mad you don't want to trade for Jaylen Brown. I'm not mad at that. I am mad that you called Cade Tatum a little bit.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Though, like,
I think that's a very good comp. I think
it's
Tatum,
an awful comp.
No, because Tatum with playmaking is an MVP. Is he not?
But he doesn't have playmaking.
I think he's got a better offensive bag than Cade.
I think he's an explosive
he
athlete.
Does, but that's what I'm saying.
I think you look at Cade and
Cade
you think of him as the same explosive athlete as Jason Tatum.
As good of a shot creator as Jason Tatum, and you add playmaking to that, and then I think that's an MVP of the league. That's in no way a disrespect towards Cade Cunningham.
No, it's not disrespect. It's
I
just
just
awful
don't
comp.
think they're similar players.
Yeah, it's a really bad comp. It's not disrespect.
It's right, but okay.
It's not right at all. Cade Cunningham is averaging 6 assists right now. Jason Tatum's averaging 4 with a way better roster.
Tatum with playmaking.
They're not the same. It's not
I don't
the same.
think he has a good.
They're not even the same caliber athlete.
Yeah,
Jason Tatum's so much more explosive than Cade Cunningham.
Tatum's got a better
who's his
offensive
comp?
bag as
Because
well.
it's not fucking Luka Doncic.
It's Luka. Luka's the closest one right now. Yes, it's definitely not Jason Tatum.
It's not.
Wouldn't Luka Doncic be Jason Tatum
playmaking
as a better playmaker?
No, because he's more heliocentric and he demands the ball. He averages 25% of the game, literally 25% of the game. Luka Doncic had the ball in his hands for 10 to 12 minutes of basketball time. That's almost a whole quarter. Cade's not good. Cade's gonna have the ball a lot, but he's not gonna have it that much.
It's probably around that number though.
It's gonna be like 7 or 8. Like it's gonna be very high, but it's not going to be 10 to 12. Luka holds the ball.
Luka definitely holds the ball a lot.
He does.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying, man. You guys aren't listening, but that's all right.
No, you're saying that
you're saying
his comp is Jason Tatum, which I just don't agree with.
there's just no comp there at all. Different caliber athletes, different skill sets. That's where I disagree. That's why I think the fit with Brown here would be different than it is in Boston. I think it'd be better here.
I think it would too. I don't think it's worth that upgrade because I don't think he's a number 2 on a championship team.
I'm not mad at that.
Now that part, that part I can't hate on.
Yeah, not mad at that for sure.
Yeah, that part I'm not too upset with.
But let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's, because Lady Jane's is now offering a deal of a lifetime. You walk into any Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC in Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave a 5-star review for the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JV Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Exter, and we are the Woodward Heavyweights. We just got done talking about Jaylen Brown situation going on there. Let's keep it with basketball. Let's keep it with the Detroit Pistons, because there is some chattering out there that the Pistons are still...
I'm still not talking some more Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Well, I just want to get some clarity from Chris, just a little bit. So is Ivy and I'm not don't get defensive. Like I'm just conversation here.
Yeah, I'm having
is
a conversation.
Ivy a better fit and or player than Brown?
You're talking to like fit next to Cade?
Like try and win a championship. That's my goal.
Right. I think that Jaylen Brown is a better fit next to Cade Cunningham. I just think that Ivy's ceiling, to me, like when I look at Ivy's ceiling, it's very hard for me to figure out right now. Is this guy going to be a top 30 player in the NBA, or is he going to be somewhere near 12 or 14? Like I think Ivy has an amazingly high ceiling. I don't know where he's going to fall. He could end up not even being a top 30 player. There's a lot of good guards in the NBA. But he fits enough with Cade and has higher upside than Jaylen Brown to me, if that answers your question.
Spinny?
I don't know. I think you kind of contradicted yourself a little bit, because you said Ivy has higher upside, but you don't know if he is even going to be a top 30 player in the NBA, where Jaylen Brown proved he's a top 10 player in the NBA this year.
Top 10, no.
He was second team All NBA. That means he's a top 10 player in the league.
With a lot of injuries. Come
That's
on,
fair.
Spencer. We're
worst
going
top 15.
Yeah, injuries happen every year.
I know that. I know that, Spencer. But if
with the injuries you put players over him, he would have been top 15.
I don't think he's higher than 20. I really don't think when you get into all of the good players that missed All NBA this year, you're talking the Dames, you're talking Jazz, you're talking Kevin Durant, you're talking a lot of guys that missed it this year because there was a lot of injuries. I'm not saying Jaylen Brown didn't deserve second team. I put him on my second team. I think I put him third. It was your second or third team, so I had him All NBA. I'm not saying he didn't deserve that
top
award.
15 player though.
But I'm saying, but no, that's a different conversation than top 15. Because of the injuries and everything that happened this year. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think he's top 15, like regardless either way.
Okay, I disagree. I disagree on that.
Do you think he'll make an All-NBA team next year?
I think he can. I don't think he will.
And you think, and I'm not, conversation too, please don't feel attacked.
No.
But Ivy is going to fall within that top 15, like, is a lock to be that, or?
A lock to be? No. Nothing.
I guess that's kind of mean, yeah.
But do I expect Jaden Ivey to have seasons where he flirts with All-NBA, if not gets it? Yes, absolutely.
So if Jaylen Brown's, in your opinion, a better fit, and he already is All-NBA, meaning like top 15 this year for sure, that could be debated, I guess, from your standpoint, because you don't think he's that consistently, but I'd say top 20 for sure. And as well as being a better fit, I feel like that's something worth investing in.
I'm not saying that it's a terrible move. I just don't want to do it because of the assets
it would take, in your opinion.
Assets it would take, combined with what I think Brown is. Again, this guy's played the third most playoff games in NBA history by the age of 27. The only two people above him were Tony Parker, who was on the Spurs dynasty, and Kobe Bryant, who came out of high school. So this guy, Jaylen Brown, is as battle-tested as you want. So when you look at a normal 26-year-old, you think about growth, you think about improvement. I don't think that Jaylen Brown improves much from where he is. And again, he's a damn good player right now. But I think to get into the championship tier, you need your second to be better than Jaylen Brown.
It's a tough ask. It's a tough ask to find a player better than Jaylen Brown, like just out there. Just drafting one. You feel confident that they'll be able to draft one here in the next 4 years that'll be a better player than Jaylen Brown?
Well, beyond
or
that
you would
too,
want to sign somebody else.
Like I'm looking at just the fit in general. Like I can say that hands down, Damian Lillard is probably a better basketball player than Jaylen Brown. Doesn't mean Damian Lillard's playing like winning basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like Jaylen Brown's playing winning basketball. And I think especially if you feel like he's a better fit alongside Cade Cunningham, like this is a good recipe. Allen Iverson, better player than a lot of guys he played with. It wasn't winning basketball. It wasn't a winning recipe. Like my goal here is to win a championship. I'm more so about fit than just pure talent.
He got to finals as a one though. Like I get what you're saying, Easy, but I don't like the Allen Iverson part of it because that dude carried a team to the NBA.
For sure he did.
To the NBA.
Did he
finals.
win one?
He didn't, but he
and did he ever go back
to NBA Finals.
And did he ever go back?
He didn't, but
okay.
Jaylen Brown never even came close to carrying a Boston team.
But that's what I'm saying though. Is like, okay, you could have that caliber of player. That doesn't mean you're winning games. It doesn't mean you're winning championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're coming from Detroit too. Like you're a Detroit Pistons fan. The 04 Pistons were fits. That's what it was. That's what I see in a Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Cade Cunningham tandem. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. I understand. I agree that Jaden has like that superstar ability. My beef has always been the fit. I've never disagreed with like the talent that Jaden Ivey can be, but I've seen talented guys in this league alongside talented guys in this league, and it didn't always equate. I want fit at this point. I as a guy who's watched his team win with just pure fucking fits, give me a fit all day. I mean, speaking of talented players, is Cat not a very talented basketball player?
He's very talented.
Is Andrew Wiggins not a very good basketball player?
Yeah, very, very good.
And this guy, we watched carry this Miami Heat team to a fucking finals, all playing the same team, and they went nowhere. Joel Embiid just won an MVP. Jimmy Butler was also teammates with him too. I think fit is more important than talent at the end of the day.
I get what you're saying. You're not saying anything. You're not saying anything wrong. I think we just disagree on the ceiling of what that fit brings.
What that tandem is.
And again with the Ivy thing, like Spencer said, like me kind of contradicting myself. I am a little bit by saying that Jaylen Brown as a player is a more direct, clean fit next to Cade Cunningham. But I think Jaden Ivey is a damn good fit next to Cade Cunningham, and I've always argued that with you, Easy. And on top of that, it has a ceiling, a higher ceiling as a player, and can be a more talented player. And so I think that I'm trying to word it right, but basically the fit, it's fit versus talent. There's an equation there, and I think that Jaden Ivey can check that, and especially when you get into trading assets, because you look at this team with 17 wins, and you are not just a Jaylen Brown away from winning a championship, my guy. You are a lot away from winning a championship. And so you trade a lot of assets to Jaylen Brown. Yeah. Now, how much assets do you have left to relocate and get your supporting cast and all of that. Like there's a lot to factor in when trading for a guy like Jaylen Brown. And if history tells us anything, there's going to be another star available in the next week. That's just the way this league moves.
Like the piece of it that I agree with you with is like how much is it going to take, because I'm not willing to give up like too much, but I just feel like it's more of a proven commodity in Jaylen Brown than Jaden Ivey. Where Jaden Ivey, there is conversation there to be had. There's upside for sure. Fit, I think there's conversation to be had there as well too. Nothing's like definite. I think you're more just banking on like it working out. You know what I'm saying? But JB, you kind of been quiet on this one. Where you at with this? Jaden Ivey to the Pistons. Jesus fucking.
Jaylen Brown.
Yes, thank you.
I wouldn't mind it, especially if you don't see Ivy as that potential superstar, how we're all kind of hoping and projecting him to be. At least go after someone you know is already proven and probably going to elevate your team right now than where it is as of right now. But only downfall about that is like you're not going to be happy with him when it comes to playoff time, because he does disappear when it does get to playoff time and the pressure is really on him to perform. So that's the only downside to it. But I mean, why not go after someone like that?
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Spinmo.
That's fair. It's you. Tell us about Randy Wise.
I'll tell you guys about Randy Wise. You want to go off with Darren McCarty? You want to go off with Braylon Edwards? Be treated like a celebrity? Then go eat fine wine and dine with him? Then after? You got to go check in with my guy Randy Wise at any Randy Wise Automotive Team location and enter in the Celebrity Golf Tour. It's the only way to do it. Of course, you know the Heavy's going to be there too. Make sure you guys stop at Randy Wise Auto today for that opportunity. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you listen to us on an audio platform, leave a 5-star review. So we just got done talking about Jaylen Brown and the situation going down with the Celtics. Now let's talk about the head coach, because there still is hope. The Pistons are holding out hope for Monty Williams. They're not giving up on him yet. They're hoping he's going to reconsider his offer. There, it's from Timothy Rapp. It says, NBA rumors, Pistons may not have abandoned all hope Monty Williams could become the head coach. So what do you think? We see now, obviously, Philly hired Nick Nurse. The Bucks have or are about to hire Adrian Griffin as their head coach. What situation do you want to end up happening? Are you out on Monty Williams? Do you think it's not happening?
I'm out. No, hell no, I'm not out.
No, I'm not saying are you out.
No,
like
I'm
you
definitely
don't want
hopeful.
him.
Yeah, I'm definitely hopeful.
Do you think it gets done? There's a chance it gets done?
I think there's a chance it gets done, yeah. Money talks. Money talks, baby. And from what we've seen from Tom Gores is he's willing to, in a sense, go all out. And I think he's willing to shovel the amount of money in front of Monty to force that type of decision. I think that report came out for a reason. Not for a minute, but for a reason, because that money was put in front of Monty, and Monty was like, well, I'm not saying no just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's been a for sure no to the Detroit Pistons, and I love that. Yeah, I think there's a chance. Mm-hmm. I'm saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance.
I fucking hope so, man. I swear to God, if they hire Kevin Ollie, I'll just be like, it'll do nothing for me. I'll just be so defeated already before the season even starts. Chris, how you feeling about Monty?
I think this is very real, this report, because when you look at the logic tells you that the Pistons would have hired a coach already if this wasn't in play, if Monty wasn't in play. What it seems like right now is that Weaver really wants Ali and is maybe still kind of considering Charles Lee somewhat, but is basically made up on Kevin Ali. And we've known this through Kevin Ali posting and all of the reports. And then you have Tom Gores, who's been stepping in and trying to push for Monty. That seems to be where it's at. So it seems like the only reason that Kevin Ali is not the Pistons head coach right now is because Tom Gores is saying, hold on. Monty's texting back now.
Yeah.
I'm not on red no more. He's responding. I'm getting the bubbles popping up. So I think that
you gotta take a shit.
I think I think that this is very real and this is in play, and I hope it does happen. I would like the Monty Williams hire very much if it happens.
Yeah, that's where I am, man. There's got to be something. There's a reason they haven't signed any of these guys yet, because they're two top contenders, or the two top people on their list, Kevin Ali and Charles Lee.
They're ready.
They're still out there.
They're ready.
And they're ready to get signed.
Yeah.
The Bucks and the Sixers coaching search started and ended before the Pistons.
Yeah.
Or it started after the Pistons and ended before the Pistons. Like, this Pistons head coaching vacancy has been unfilled for a very long time, and the draft is coming up in 3 weeks. And you definitely want your coach before the draft. So
I think Flip Saunders, they've been searching for somebody, man.
What's that?
Since Flip Saunders, it feels like they've been searching for somebody. Almost had it with Stan, but they fucked around and gave him GM powers. That ruined everything.
Yeah, that ruined everything for sure.
It did.
We need big guys who can't shoot. All of them.
Troy. Yeah. We need big guys who can't shoot.
All of them.
All of them.
We need Eddie's former number 2 overall pick ever. Bring him in. We'll see, man. We'll see. There's still a lot to be decided. I'm really hoping for Monty Williams, though.
Yeah. Chris, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I think that that's the reason why it hasn't happened yet. And I think that when you look at the Philadelphia 76ers, which was also interesting, by the way, did you see that none of the reports mentioned James Harden at all? None of them.
I think it's kind of
not the tweet, not the video where Woj was talking for a minute. He could have easily said, well, now Philly's next priority is to obviously re-sign James Harden. Didn't say that. I think Harden's gone.
Yeah.
I think Harden's gone. So that was interesting, but it's just, again, you're coming up to the deadline here, and I think Tom Gores is kind of stepping in and saying, hold on, let me make sure this Monty Williams door is fully closed before we go ahead with probably Kevin Ali.
Man, I just talked myself into thinking it's going to happen. Well, you guys helped talk me into thinking it's going to happen. Yeah, your left leg's disgusting.
Money talks. Money does talk.
It does talk.
I think you're right, Easy. I think Monty will probably take the year off, but money does talk.
Blade No Icewood said, just pick someone. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Just fucking make it happen.
Who else is like, what other vacant spots is there?
I'm about to bathe in calamine lotion when I go home.
Jerk with it?
No, because I have like 50 mosquito bites.
Sure.
Everybody wants a piece of Spinny. The rats and the bugs.
I'm electric,
man. Pure electricity running through my veins.
What are the other vacant jobs, Chris? Philly,
Washington.
Milwaukee. Phoenix.
No, Milwaukee signed Griffin. So, yeah, like Washington, Phoenix.
Oh, Milwaukee hired a coach?
Yeah.
Who'd they hire?
Adrian Griffin.
The Toronto assistant. And apparently it got Giannis's approval. They made that very clear.
Giannis was vehemently against anybody but Adrian Griffin.
Well, they better hope that works out.
Well,
damn, was he even being discussed with anybody?
Yeah, he got interviews with quite a few places. He was actually an initial candidate. He wasn't a finalist, but an initial candidate that the Pistons looked at as well. So,
Phoenix still vacant?
And no, it's not bed bugs. I was on the river
Phoenix
yesterday.
Is still vacant.
Got eaten alive by mosquitoes.
What else is vacant, Chris? trying to think like.
I think that's it.
we're in
Honestly, I'm so
competition with
checked
here.
out of the coaching search. It's just like every day I wake up and I pull up to Twitter and I just say, okay, is Kevin Ollie a Pistons head coach yet or
Kevin
not?
Ollie's not a Pistons head coach yet because it's going to be Monty Williams. Self-actualized.
I hope so.
But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights
That's
live
not
on
myself.
WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. Thanks for tapping
What's
in.
Smains gonna do with that
Like.
Self-actualize
Before you leave.
that motherfucker.
The man to my
lotion
left, the
later.
one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JP Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter.
Love
We
you guys.
appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.